In Luke 4:38 through 44, we get a very powerful word that comes to us on this Worshipful Wednesday. It's a time in which I, Pastor Paul L. Anderson, want to say that I am exceedingly and abundantly blessed. And on this Worshipful Wednesday, I'm throwing my hands up in the air, thanking the Lord for the wonderful things that He has done. You know, the Lord does great and marvelous things. And we begin to see His compassion and His authority as Jesus heals Simon Peter's mother-in-law. And He ministers to the sick and those who are oppressed. These miracles reveal that God's kingdom is breaking into a world of suffering. In the first century Palestine, Roman rule brought economic disparity and political oppression. Many lived in poverty. They were burdened by heavy taxation and systematic inequities. Illnesses often led to isolation, as the sick were excluded from religious and social life. Against the backdrop of Jesus' ministry, He brought restoration, not only healing of bodies, but restoring of dignity to the community. After a night of tireless ministry, Jesus withdrew to pray, demonstrating His dependence upon the Father and His focus on the mission. He declared, "I must proclaim the good news of the kingdom of God to the cities also, for I am sent for this purpose." In verse 43, His purpose was clear: to revere God's love and to call people to spiritual renewal. In our contemporary world, we see echoes of the challenges faced by Jesus' time. We see health crisis, economic inequities, social division. This passage reminds us that the mission of God's kingdom is ongoing. Just as Jesus addressed both physical and spiritual needs, we are called to do the same. How can we, as His followers, bring hope to those in need? Are we extending compassion to the marginalized and proclaiming the good news of Christ? Let us follow Jesus' example by serving others selflessly, relying on God through prayer, and staying committed to His mission. In doing so, we become agents of the kingdom, bringing about healing and restoration to a world that is yearning for hope. May we proclaim in word and in deed the transformative power of God's love. My brothers and sisters, always know that you are exceedingly and abundantly blessed, and God has a great blessing in store for you. Take the Lord with you everywhere you go, and we'll talk with you again on tomorrow.
To sow a seed to the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship, visit our newly redesigned website, thefountainofraleigh.org, and select Sow a Seed from the homepage. Also, giving has been made easier with the new Fountain of Raleigh app, available now in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. Download today, select Giving from the main menu, and then follow the directions to complete your giving through Subsplash.
Thank you so very much for all of your gifts and donations that you've given to the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship. We thank you for what you've done in the past, what you're currently doing, and what you will do in the future. Your gifts and donations helps us to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ, not only locally, but throughout the world. Thank you again for your gifts, and may God continue to richly bless you. It is here at the Fountain that we believe that we are exceedingly and abundantly blessed, and may you receive those blessings that God has in store for you.